Joining us today on this week's episode of Today's American Chef is Private Chef Pyle from North Carolina's famous Salvation Army's Soup Kitchen.
How you all doing today? I'm Chef Pyle from North Carolina, and I'm here direct from Flugel Street, and all my buddies down there are just happy as a pig in a pond just to see what I'm going to be doing here today. So I want you all to listen carefully, and here we go with today's edition of The American Chef. Weans today is going to make a topsy-turvy chocolate upside-down cake. And it's a very easy cake to make, and this is how we're going to make it. We're going to start off with just an ordinary everyday bowl, just like this. And the first ingredient we're going to use is Mazola pure corn oil. 100% corn oil. It's very good brand. No problem. Now for the first ingredient, all we need is a half a cup of this corn oil. Now I use the corn oil. Shazam! Sometimes a little bit of this oil spills out, but that's okay because we can just get it right back where it belongs here. It's no problem at all. But that's just a little bit. Now we got to put in our half cup. And voila, our first ingredient, and we are ready to go on with the second. Our second ingredient today, ladies and gentlemen, is milk. Now I use the Pathmark brand milk because I think it's the best. So, now I want to make one thing. Shazam! 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 Sometimes the milk spills a little too, but that's okay because we just get our 1 cup that we need here and we pour it in. Now I use milk and oil first because I think it makes it stir a little better. But how about a little towel here? Yes. Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Our next little project here that we got to do is we got to add the flour. Now I use this gold medal flour. I think this is the best brand. Now I think that 2 cups of flour is just about right. So here we go. Let's see what we can salvage here. This spills a little bit too, ladies and gentlemen. You're just never quite sure here, you know. Just get it in the bowl there, and maybe we better add a little bit more here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And we just mix this up a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Just take an ordinary spoon from around the house and just mix this up a little bit. You can leave it a little chunky. That makes it a little better. And golly, look at that. Nice batter. Look at that. Alright. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we come to the eggs. And I got 2 large grade A eggs. Well, yeah. Well, now you just gotta crunch up these shells a little bit here, like a Nestle's Crunch Bar. That's it. Just get them in there, and we need another egg here. And there we go. Now you just mix all this up with your ordinary spoon here, and just get it good stirred in, and get those shells mixed in nice to make it crunchy. Now, next thing, of course, if you want a good cake, you gotta have plenty of sugar to make it sweet. So what I'm gonna use here is about 2 cups of sugar. Well, now for sugar, I use Pathmark brand. I think it's far beyond the other brands, and it's much better. It doesn't stick together, and you don't get big clumps and all that. Now and then you get a little ant or something, but that's okay. They're a little tasty, you know, especially chocolate covered. So now just a little bit. See, get all this in here. Everything seems to spill a little bit. That's okay. That makes it better. All I gotta do here, just real quick, you know, put it in, and add a little bit more if you can. Yeah, right about like that. And you just stir this all up. Yep, just stir it up, and it comes out looking a little yellowish goo, but you know, oh, it's good, nice and sweet and crunchy. Yeah, this is what you need. Topsy-turvy chocolate upside-down cake, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, you've seen it here first. Okay. Now, for the next ingredient, I'm going to use some pudding. So, what we're going to use here is 2 packs of pudding, and I'm going to have to open these up here and get it mixed up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the whole secret here, this pudding. Now, you just open up 2 packs here. This is mighty fine. I think this is the best. It gives it the best consistency. This makes for a moist cake, and it's also chocolate pudding, which makes it a chocolate cake. So now all you got to do is pour this in and mix it here. And you know, if you spill a little, don't worry. Just pour it all in there. You know, kind of scrape it off the table, whatever you missed. And just start mixing this up. And this is one of the final procedures. Now, I already previously preheated the oven to 600 degrees because most cakes they bake at 350 for about a half hour, 40 minutes. But we're going to do this in 15 minutes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 15 minutes. Topsy-turvy chocolate upside down cake, and it's just fantastic. You're going to love it. Now, once you get this all mixed up, what you got to do is get your stuff out of the pan, just like this one, and grease it. I've already done that. And then you just pour it all in. That's it. And spread it out a little bit, you know, so it covers everything in here. Okay, and now that you got it all smoothed out and the oven's preheated, remember, only 15 minutes at 600 degrees. That's the best. And just think of how much fun you can have baking this cake. Now, I can't say much more because I've just had a blast here. So we'll throw this in the oven here for you, and we'll show you what it looks like in another 15 minutes. Right now, we'll just put it in the oven. And you just put it right in here like this. And you just make sure it's at 600. Yes, it is. And voila, 15 minutes later, you will have my famous topsy-turvy chocolate upside-down cake. Now the cleaning up part, that's the part nobody likes. I found an easy way. Just, you know, kind of move things around here a little bit. And you just get up the big stuff, you know. Dust everything off. Self a little bit, you know. It doesn't hurt to clean up a little, you know. And it should be just about time to see how that cake's doing here in just a minute. Ah, all right. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. My famous topsy-turvy chocolate upside-down cake. Yes, there it is. And you see this crack running across it here? That shows it's done. When you see that, you know your topsy-turvy chocolate upside-down cake is done. And it does get a little bit hot coming out of the oven there. And, well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Golly, I almost forgot, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you want this really makes this cake special, put some whipped cream on it. Just a little bit of whip, it makes it fantastic. That's Shazam, Shazam. Well, that brings us to the end of another episode of today's American Chef. Thank you for being with us here today, and we hope you'll join us next week when another great chef comes on here to show you his secret recipe.